Lesson number 57. Number 1, round to the nearest hundredth. The 6 is in the hundredths place. I look at the 7. It tells it to bump up to a 7. Everything before it stays the same, and after it becomes a 0. So it's 122 and 47 hundredths. Number 2, plot and label the points M at 5, 3. So I go over 5, up 3 is M, and H, 1, 4. Over 1, up 4 is H. Number 3, choose the numerical expression that represents dividing the sum of 641 and 80 by half. Your answer is C. Number 4, 3,432 divided by 26. Okay, well I know 26 goes into 34 one time. 1 times 26 is 26. We'll subtract and we get 83. Now I'm going to say how many times can 26 go into 83? Well, 26 is close to 30, and I know 30 can go into 80 about 3 times, maybe less than 3 times, so I'm going to start with 26 times 3. And when I do that, I get 78, so I know that's a good number. And then I will subtract. 13 minus 8 is 5, and bring down my 2. Okay, 26 goes into 52. Well, it can't be 3, so I'm going to try 1 less than 3, which is 2. Let's try that. And it's 52. Finish out my problem, so my answer is 132. Number 5, a sack race is planned for the block party. 2 kids in a sack are needed for each team. There are 25 kids who want to play. How many sacks are needed? So 25 kids want to play. We know that 2 kids per sack. When I do 25 divided by 2, I get 12 and a half, and I can't have 12 and a half sacks, so I'm going to have to round up to 13. Number 6, estimate first, then give the exact sum. 14 and 27 hundredths will round to 14. 54 and 92 hundredths can round to 55. And when I add those together, I get 69. Now I'll find the exact sum. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry my 1. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And 5 plus 1 is 6. Number 7, Kelly is spending less each day. If the pattern continues, how much will Kelly spend on day 4 and day 5? Well, you can see that the pattern is you're dividing by 2, or finding half. And if day 3 was 200, then day 4 would be 100, and day 5 would be 50. You're dividing each number by 2. Number 8, your answer is less than. Number 9, to add these fractions, 5, 6 plus 5, 6. It says the length of the carpet square was 5/6 of a foot. If 2 carpet squares were placed side by side, what would be the combined length? Well, the denominators are the same, so we know that we can just add normally in the numerators and can keep the denominator the same. 10/6 is an improper fraction, so we can turn it into a mixed number, which would be 1 and 4/6. And if you simplified from there, you can divide the numerator and the denominator by 2, and you get 1 and 2/3. Number 10, 51 times 65. And we'll add my 2 products together. 3,315. Number 11, I see two sets of parentheses, these outside brackets and the inside parentheses. You have to do the inside parentheses first. 54 divided by 9 is 6. Bring down what you have left. 8 times 6 is 48. Divided by 6 is 8. Number 12, you're adding fractions, but they do not have the same denominator. So what you have to do is find a common denominator. So I'll tell you right now that it's 18 is the lowest common multiple. Now we have to find our equivalent fractions. 9 times 2 is 18, so 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18, and 2 times 3 is 6. 6 eighteenths plus 6 eighteenths is 12 eighteenths. And if you were to simplify that, you could divide the numerator and the denominator by 6, and you would get 2/3. Okay, number 13, convert 4 miles to yards. Well, we know that 1 mile has 1,760 yards. So to find how many are 4 miles, we would just multiply 1,760 by 4, and you get 7,040 yards in 4 miles. Number 14 says 9 times 10 to the 8th power and 9 times 10 to the 9th power. 9 times 10 to the 8th power is 9 with 8 zeros, and 9 times 10 to the 9th power is 9 with 9 zeros. To describe the pattern and the number of zeros in each product, the number of zeros match the exponent. Number 15, draw a scalene triangle in the box. A scalene triangle is all 3 different sides, so your triangles may look different, as long as they're all 3 different sides. And number 16, shade in 33 hundredths of the fraction model. So I'm going to shade in 3 of these, so I know they're 10 each, and then 3 more, so that's 33 hundredths. Write this fraction as a decimal, it'll be 33 hundredths. And in the decimal, the value of the digit in the tenths place is 10 times as much as the value in the hundredths place.